ain't saying that on that. If you just help us out a little bit and stay saved 1 week, that's 1 week we can stay saved in our house. If you pray for yourself for 1 week, that's 1 week we can pray for ourselves. If you can read for yourself just 1 week, guess what? Me too, I can read for myself. I gotta help you. Acts 16 chapter. 16 verse says, once we were going to a place of prayer, we were met by a female slave who had a spirit to predict the future. She earned a great deal of money for her owners by her future telling. She followed Paul and the rest of us, shouting, these men are servants of the Most High God and telling us to be saved. She kept this up for many days. Finally, Paul became so annoyed that he turned around and said to the Spirit, that's right. You talking to me, but you ain't talking on what's pushing me. That's right. You yelling at me, but you're not yelling at what's controlling me. Because I understand anything that's coming on the outside of my body is first permeating in my soul. And until you can deal with what I'm going through, then you just talking to a person without control. Wow. In the name of Jesus, I command you, come out of her. Hallelujah. Come out of her. And at that moment, the spirit left her. Watch this now. I want you to see this in the 16th verse. The 16th verse says that this woman had a power to predict the future. And she was going before the men of God, warning the people that his men come to save us. So naturally, y'all, because y'all did it at home, if you're at home and someone tells you, pastor is about to knock on your door, many of you are going to look at the curtain and say, I'm not going to open up because I have a warning. So what she was doing was, she was warning the people so they can already have a premeditated idea. I don't want it, so let me go ahead and leave. So she was warning the people, they come to save you so the people can scatter and disperse. She was operating out of order, and Paul got mad at that spirit. Understand, there's a difference in someone anointed to help you and someone sent to distract you. Y'all gonna miss this. But we ain't gonna shout today, you're gonna miss this though. Some people have been anointed by God in your life to help you out of your situation. Then there are some people who just go to church that like you and want to distract you. See, the anointed person will push you to your best. The person sent to distract you will push you to your flesh. You can always tell who wants to distract you because they can't fool with nobody else but you because they do the same things you. Y'all ain't saying that here. Now, anointed folk, don't get mad when you're not invited to everybody's event. Some people respect your anointing too much not to mess you up. And they say, you know what? Ain't even no sense inviting them because they don't drink, they don't do what we do, don't even invite them. But you can invite Sister Other. Because I have a design, purpose in mind to keep her distracted. That's my homegirl. We go to the same church. She like to wobble, I like to wobble. She like to drink, I like to drink. So they've been sent to keep you. Y'all ain't saying that here. That's why I don't get mad when I see stuff on Facebook I'm not invited to. Because people are only going to invite those folk that they've been sent to distract. All right. Help us, Pastor. Y'all ain't hot. Can I help you? I might lose about 10 members, but hey, man, 10 more come. I want you to understand this concept in Paul's thinking. Paul understands this, that anyone who is anointed wants to see you go beyond you've been going. Anybody sent to distract you, like you right where you are, not because of you just being you, but people that know your issues like to keep you there so they can control you. If they see your anointing, guess what? They wouldn't want to get high with you. But because that's the only way they can hold you, every time they get some, they want to share it with you so they can have the control over you. And you puff right in control. Pass that tissue around. Pass that. I'm doing a lady will and lady. your potential. Because the enemy know who you can be and what you can do if you get yoked up around the right folk. And so in order to hold you back, he's got to send the very person that can be used to remind you of where you say you've been delivered from. When you evaluate your friendships, how many of your friends are actually pushing you to stay saved? And how many people are agreeing with you to stay you? See, what separates a Me Too moment in my life is I've gotten rid of distractions so that I could hear from God. And now that I'm hearing from God, I'm being promoted in a due season. But if I were to try to just agree and have friends, guess what? I could be holding back the blessing that God has for my life trying to please you. But guess what? Why would I try to please you when you can't promote me? Give about 3 people high five. So I gotta change some folks. Now I know why she keep coming around here. Yeah. Every time I get my stamp, here she comes. Trying to eat up my food so I don't have that. So I can keep borrowing $10. Here she comes. What's his name? But Paul shows us a methodology that we missed that not only promotes God, but helps your character. Paul said it would be a waste of time for me to rebuke her when it's not her, but it's a spirit in her. That's why he went on and wrote Ephesians 6:12, which says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against the principalities, the rulers over darkness, the rulers over high places. While the church was acting crazy, come on, God needed some glory. That's right. And he sent a woman in a courtroom in Charleston, South Carolina, to look at the very man that just killed her relative. And rather than getting mad, saying, kill him, I want him dead, she looks at him right in the eyes and she professes the word of the Lord when she says these words, I forgive you, because it wasn't you that did it, but that spirit on the inside of you, I come against it, I bind it up, I rebuke it. Get somebody high five, so you better come and get some spirits. You up there arguing with your husband, but it ain't him, it's that spirit. You fussing at your wife, it ain't her, it's that spirit. And until we can come against those spirits, you're wasting time. That's right. Can I help somebody? I'm going to leave you alone. We always say we got haters, but we never evaluate who we hating on. That's right. Can I give you a Me Too moment? Just like you got mad when homegirl got a new car. Sometimes I look at homeboy get a new car and say, me too. He don't deserve nothing. He don't pray. He don't go to church. Why? He get the blessings. They going on vacation every week. Here I am, pastoring a growing church, and I'm working 2 jobs. Sometimes I get so tired, I show up at the wrong job. Oh, it's going to be. It ain't my not work? Me too. So scared to tell Kim I lost a zip drive with a finished book. So I went back and had a zip drive with half the books. So I'm trying to get these books in for Kim to leave for vacation. So scared to tell her. I done told her now, but so scared to tell her. I ain't ready. This Me Too moments that we have in life because we're so focused on the flesh and the spirit is running. The demons that caused that boy to kill them people, that demon wasn't white. That's right. That demon wasn't black. Y'all ain't saying that here. That demon wasn't Indian. That demon wasn't Italian. That demon was not Hispanic. It was a demon sent from hell. But guess what? I come to tell about 25 people in here today what the devil meant for evil, God turned it around. Now folk coming together all over the state. Now folk coming all over the world. Why? Because what the devil tried to do to destroy us, God said, I got some saints down in South Carolina that died for a good reason, and I'm going to raise them up. Y'all saying they did. I say how? Yes, sir. Huh? We saints. We don't die. We vote. Watch this, y'all. So in other words, watch this, because this is how I mind think. This is how you usually do when a distraction comes. Because watch this now, the enemy already know what you need to be distracted. Because guess what? You telling everybody your business. I need a man. I need a woman. I need this. And so the enemy said, okay, you know what? I'm going to distract you, but I ain't going to just send anything your way, because anything won't distract you. So in other words, I can only be distracted by what I secretly feel my flesh needs to be happy. So my distractions are produced by my enticements. And guess what? The enemy knows what to send me that I'm going to like to distract me. And so you got to understand your life. Whatever your weakness is, the enemy is going to use that to get your attention off your purpose and keep your attention on your weakness. That's why many folks, every time you talk to them, they always talk about what they're going through and not what they've been delivered from.
That's right.
Now what's the